Hello everyone, and welcome to the first video in a new series we're starting on the BIX channel, DAX for Beginners. My name is Brad, and in this series we'll be walking through the many aspects that make up DAX, or Data Analysis Expressions, in Power BI. We'll dissect and work with the functions and formulas that you may or may not be familiar with, and we'll see how DAX can benefit your reports and data models. Alright, let's take a look. The focus of today's video will be answering the question, what is DAX? As defined by Microsoft, DAX is a formula expression language used in analysis services, Power BI, and Power Pivot in Excel. DAX formulas include functions, operators, and values to perform advanced calculations and queries on data in related tables and columns in tabular data models. Two key components that are related to DAX within the context of Power BI are calculated columns and measures. So let's take a look at each of these, starting with calculated columns. To start, here is a very basic data table that we'll be working with. We've got these values in an Excel spreadsheet that I've gone ahead and connected to our Power BI report. The order ID is our unique identifier that corresponds to each individual order. We then got the name of the product in each order, the quantity of products in the order, the cost of the product to the business, the price of each product to the customer, and the total sales from the order. A calculated column is a column that you add to an existing data table and then create a DAX formula to populate the column with values. The calculated column is useful for row-by-row calculations, typically when you are wanting to create a value for each row or record in the table. Using our data table, let's create a calculated column to store the total cost of each order to our business. And if we think about how we want to calculate this, we'll want to multiply the value in the quantity column with a value in the product cost column for each row. To create a calculated column, we'll click on New Column in our table view. We see the start of an expression populate in our formula bar. On the left side of the expression is going to be the name of the column we're creating, so let's go ahead and call this order cost. On the right side of the expression is where we'll create our calculation, which we said earlier would be quantity multiplied by product cost. If we start typing in our column name, we can see that Power BI's IntelliSense is populating some values for us. If we type out the word quantity, we can see we have this orders quantity available to us. The naming convention here is the name of our data table, followed by the name of the column we're referencing inside the brackets. So let's click on this quantity, and we see it populated in our formula. We know we want to perform a multiplication here, so I'll type in an asterisk. And then using the same naming convention as our quantity column reference, let's add in our product cost. We do that by first referencing the table orders and then the column product cost. We then hit enter to confirm the formula, and we can see the new column populate at the end of our data table. Our next topic to investigate is measures. And measures are another way Power BI allows us to add data and calculations to our report that the data model just doesn't give us. Measures are used in really common data analysis actions, like averages, minimums, maximums, and sums. The great thing about measures in Power BI is that the calculations change in response to actions we take in our report, like using slicers to apply filters and making selections in our visuals. If we think about our data table again, we've got a column for order sales that shows us the total of the sale for each order. But right now, we don't have a way to answer the question, how many total sales do we have across all orders? For that, we can create a measure. To do that, let's go up to our ribbon and click on New Measure. Again, we see our expression populate in this text box, and let's call this measure Total Sales. The DAX function we're going to use here is sum. So on the right side of our equation here, we'll start typing in sum, then hit tab or enter. Now, IntelliSense is asking us to provide the name of the column that we want to sum in this measure, which is order sales. So we'll click that and add in the last parenthesis to close the function. Hit enter and notice that we don't see a new column populate the data table. That's because this measure we created is summing up the totals from a column. It's not examining each row line by line and performing a calculation like our calculated column. However, if we look over at our data pane, we can see that the measure has been added here with the little calculator icon. And if we click on it, we can see the formula we created populate for us. Let's take a look at what we've done so far. We can head over to our report view and let's add in a table visual. We'll look at sales for each product by clicking on Product and then Order Sales, and we can see our data populate our visual. Now let's go ahead and also add in our calculated column, Order Cost. If you recall, the cost of each product is 50% of the price. And if we look at our table here, we can see that each product's order cost is 50% of the order sales. So we can tell that our calculations in the visual here are functioning correctly. Let's also add in the total sales measure we just created by adding a basic card visual to our canvas and then clicking on the total sales measure in the data pane. Now we can already see what this value should be by looking at the total row from our table visual, 3,550. And we can see that the same value is populating our card visual. From here, how would we go about answering the question, what is the total cost to the company of all the orders in our data table? Where in the data table can we find the pieces to this answer? And what do we need to do to get the total answer? Feel free to leave your solutions or your questions in the comments. One final thing I want to illustrate here is how our calculated columns and measures react to slicer filters in our canvas. We could theorize that our report users would probably like to see these metrics relative to each product. To give them that perspective, we would start by adding in our slicer visual and then clicking on Product. Notice what happens as I make a selection. Both our product table and the total sales card visual update to reflect the filter applied by the slicer. If we deselect, we're back to showing all of the data. Something that makes calculated columns and measures so dynamic and powerful is that they're responsive to this kind of action, which in turn grants our report so much more depth and functionality for our users. To recap, we defined what DAX is through the lens of Power BI. We discussed two of the main components that utilize DAX, calculated columns and measures. Then we answered some real-world business questions by actually creating calculated columns and measures. We then added some visuals to our report canvas and looked at how these reacted to slicer selections. We'll stop there for today, but look for future videos coming out that will dive deeper into the formulas used in DAX that really add more customization to our data and reporting. As always, if you have any questions about this content or would like the BIX team to cover a topic in a future video, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on future videos, and thanks for watching.